Anne Arundel County, a place where life is defined by hard work, constant motion, achievement, and success. Zoom in on the middle schools and the high schools where over 48,000 students spend their days striving for the same things, asking, am I enough? Am I loved? Wrestling with questions of identity and security and belonging, wondering, what am I made for? The world teenagers live in today is louder, busier, and more overwhelming than ever before. And that's exactly where you'll find a young life leader. Not at a distance, not in safe circles or behind polished words, but right in the thick of it. In the messy, unfiltered, real-life places where students actually live. Where sarcasm hides pain, laughter covers loneliness. The jokes are sharp and the walls are high, and the pressures to perform are crushing. Where a screen reflects identity, and silence can often be louder than words. That's where we'll be, because that's where Jesus always was.
I didn't really know God outside of like Sunday mornings and like holidays like Easter and Christmas. As I kind of got older, I started thinking about it a little bit more and being like, all right, maybe this is something that I should care about more, but I just never really found the way to do that.
I would say I believed in it, but not like in my heart I didn't. I had bad friends all of middle school and I decided to cut them off, but then that sort of like left me out of a friend group and alone.
I come from a military family, so we move around a bunch, and I knew nobody at all. I had to go to this big school with 2,500 kids in it. I believe in Jesus, but I'm having a hard time actually going fully in and like committing my life and living like Jesus did.
So it was a pretty big leap of faith to go from not knowing much about Young Life besides of what other people had said about it to just obviously spending a good bit of money and going to New York with a bunch of people that I didn't know. I want to be ambitious. I want to like put myself out there, because if I'm going to have this opportunity to go to this camp, I want to be able to really fulfill myself with the opportunity.
I think it was campaigners in the fall. I believe it was the beginning of the school year. I just showed up not knowing anyone there. I remember like going home and thinking that I found my group and like my people.
So campaigners is like probably the safest space for me to talk about my relationship with Christ and be honest, because I mean, figuring out my faith and going through everything I'm doing in my life, I still feel that God has a plan for me and a direction that he's pointing me in my life.
And now I've gotten to see Young Life grow and like become really good friends with a lot of the people, and like inviting more people to Young Life and seeing like freshman me and other people, and just going to club and seeing how like into their faith people are, and just how powerful it can be to be in a room that the Holy Spirit is just so present in. And I would just go to bed every night being like, wow, this is really cool, and I'm really glad that I came.
I take things with a lot more grace than I used to. I wasn't mean before him, but I would get a little snappy with people, and now I try to see like their perspective and see how my words can affect them.
Making it easy to come into Young Life is the best thing for me. The clubs being like basically a party at the start, and then you get the word. And the biggest thing for me is it actually related to my life. That's what kept me coming back.
I'm grateful for Young Life at Broadneck because of the people that I've gotten to meet and the space it's given me to grow with my faith with Jesus and recognize how much he's changed my life.
Connor's been a great influence in my life and a great friend, great leader. We have meaningful conversations, and I tell him the truth and what's actually going on, and he's there to listen.
Whenever my week gets busy or I think I don't have enough time to check in with God or read my Bible, there's always this one day that I can go and meet with fellow Christians and go through a chunk of the Bible and talk it through and express how we're feeling. And then after that, we usually go and get food, and I really like that because I like talking and eating too.
As long as there's a voice telling students they're only as valuable as their image, popularity, or performance, as long as shame speaks louder than hope, and kids believe they're too far gone or they're not enough, we'll be there. Because Jesus still meets people in the middle of their mess. He still uses broken people to bring healing. He still listens to one person's story, turning darkness into life, one life at a time. Always leaving the 99 for the one, because one life matters most.